Hey y'all, welcome back. In our last episode, we finished off Hollow Bastion. Then we moved on to the Olympus Coliseum, we got a couple of the cups taken care of, and then we went on a bit of an exploration spree across the worlds. We found every Trinity, and then we got every Dalmatian rescued and home safely. This rewarded us with every gummy in the game, as well as a couple of other nice upgrades to our character, and today I'd like to exercise a little bit of that. So first we're going to upgrade this gummy ship, delete everything we have, and use our new inventory to build what will likely be my primary main ship for the remainder of this game. I may swap it out here and there to do specific gummy missions based on what's being asked of me, but what we're making now is likely the ship for the rest of the game. But as we're making this, just a quick reflection on what we have left and how far we've come. At this point, we only have one world story left with the end of the world before we get to what is pretty much the end of the game. We have a few of the Olympus Coliseum tournaments still to go through, as well as a fair number of super bosses in this game still to fight, which is pretty exciting. But I think today, the real adventure I want to go on, the real thing that I want to experience, and I hope that you want to come along with this journey with me, is the 100 Acre Woods. Now, stay with me. I know, you don't fight anything there. You have to deal with Tigger there. Or you get to deal with Tigger there, depending on what you like. I won't yuck your yum. But regardless of how you feel about Tiggers, I hope you love the 100 Acre Woods. We're going to spend some time there. We're going to get all of the mini games complete. We're going to enjoy the characters, and we're going to experience the nice long warm hug that is 100 Acre Woods in Kingdom Hearts. This is a fun one. It's a break away from all the Heartless. It's a break away from all the darkness and everything. It's people coming together and just generally having, community problems. And like I may have mentioned earlier in this series, it's Winnie the Pooh is one of those series that kind of makes you see the humanity in humans. There's a bunch of exaggerated characters that are just reflections of how certain people can be, or even how everybody can be at any given point in time based on the context and the circumstance in their life. It's a really good perspective on how people help and deal with each other despite their flaws. So we're going to make our way on over there, and now we're going to start going through the 100 Acre Woods. I hope you enjoy it. Just a general rule for Kingdom Hearts, if you can do something, do it 3 times before you decide it's not worth doing a 4th, because they like to reward you on 3. Here's Al. Al's smart, Al is wise, and Al knows Al is smart and wise. What a good guy. Make the place nice and warm.
Oh, bother. There's no more honey left. If only the honey tree would visit. Oh, then I could eat my fill.
Hello? Is anyone there? What am I to do? I'm all alone. Pooh! Pooh! Where are you? It's me, Piglet.
So to get by this section, you actually have to sneak up behind Piglet and startle Piglet from behind. Otherwise, he just goes into this bush and hides. If you do startle Piglet, you can just take a couple steps back, wait for him to come out, and then try again from the other side. We are so sneaky.
Oh dear, I was just, never mind. I'm sorry.
Don't be scared. You're looking for Pooh, right?
You know Pooh. Oh, you see, I have something for him. I have to take it to Pooh right away. Oh, Pooh!
Oh, I believe I smell a delicious something. A something like honey.
Pooh!
Hello, Piglet. How have you been?
Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I thought you'd gone away. I brought what you asked for.
Thank you, Piglet. Now I can finally have some honey.
Really? But how?
I shall hold on to the balloon and fly like a bee up the honey tree, see?
But if you take their honey, won't the bees be angry?
Oh.
Alright, so our friend Al here did a pretty good job of explaining what we need to do. Pooh is going to be going up this tree, he's going to be collecting honey from each of these nooks in turn, and our job as Sora is to make sure the bees do not touch Pooh. This seems like it would be really challenging given that you have to stand on these thin platforms and get hits on enemies, but the reality is that this is one of the easiest ones to do, if you understand how to put the actions in. So if you fall, all you want to do is just use the rush command and jump right back up the poo. It will almost always get you where you want to be. And once you get there, you just want to stand completely still on your tree branch. You can use your camera to rotate around, but don't use your left stick to move your character anywhere. What this will do is keep you in a position where every time you swing, your character falls right back to the same tree trunk. It's not going to make you fall unless you do something too early or way too late. So all you have to do is protect Pooh until he gets to this top tree branch, and then stand on the second to highest tree branch and wait for the bees to keep coming out of that same beehive. Once you hit this point, you literally sit here and hit bees on the same cadence for the entirety of the encounter, and you get well more than the high score needed to both clear this area and get the cheer command from Al at the end. So we're just going to sit here and execute and listen to the music a bit. And that's easy peasy. Or should I say, easy beasy.
It is rather funny what I will do for honey.
And for clearing the first area, you get Nature Spark. That's the Bambi summon. I know I've said this in the past about other things, but in this case, legitimately, I do not believe I ever used Bambi in this run. To the carrots. have a hard time here figuring out what to do, because the thing you need to do is leave.
Hey there, name's Tigger. T-I-double-G-R, that spells Tigger. Well now, I don't think I've ever seen you before. Hello, Tigger. You've just bounced my new friend, Sora. Hey, Pooh. Say, you're looking mighty uncomfy today. Is that some new exercise? Why, bouncing around is a lot more fun.
Well, why do you bounce around so much, Tigger?
Why? 'Cause bouncing's what Tiggers do best. Speaking of which, my bouncing spot has gone and disappeared. So for now, this will be my new bouncing ground.
Again, Al did a pretty good job of summing this up, so all we need to do is get underneath Tigger every time he jumps in the air. And we missed the very first one. Great start. So I would suggest, to get success on this minigame, to look at Tigger right before he jumps. It seems like you have to wait for him to get up in the air to know where he's going, but in reality, he does two little hops. He does one mini hop and then his regular hop. And if you pay attention to which way he's facing, you immediately know which patch he's going to because he faces directly to it. Getting that extra half second of jump on the situation makes it really easy to just continually be underneath Tigger and never let him hit another patch. I do use the rush command pretty often in this, but I usually wait until I am right on the patch to start hitting it just to guarantee I'm positioned correctly. This one's not too rough.
Oh, what's going on? Nobody keeps up with Tiggers. Maybe there's something wrong with my tail. bother. Oh, where am I? It's ever so dark in here. Well, it isn't so bad, I suppose. There is plenty of honey.
I was not reading even a little bit, and I didn't realize you have to bring poo. Now we're on our way. Yep. Buddy? Buddy? You, okay, yeah. So if you have Pooh touch these honey pots, you lose some time because Pooh sees the honey and has a good time. I believe in having nice things for your friends, so we're gonna let Pooh have some of the honey. Come here, Pooh. Let's have a snack. You deserve it. Look at him go. Alright, and we move on. I believe that's all the honey we have on our way. This one is mostly based around trial and error. I have a bit of a rough time with this one because it's not just, oh, go as far as you can, there's a sweet spot in the middle you're looking for. And so we actually end up going through this one a few times, trying to find the right spot to get Donkey's tail. Really, it is just trial and error. You wait and you go at a certain point relative to Owl's wings, and then you adjust a half tick in one direction or the other, and you do that over and over until you hit the right spot. Which we don't. But then, finally, I love you, Eeyore. Eeyore is depression, and people treat him like a person. It's a really, really wholesome feeling. Oops. Alright, so now that we've done all of the silly fun games, this is the actual minigame that is scored. And the way that you do this is you don't want to fall off, and you want to hit these acorns back as best you can without missing any. You get double points if you jump and hit them, and you get an increasing value every time you hit them. So the way to do it is to just keep stepping back, jumping, and hitting the seeds. And if you don't miss any, you will break it with the time that you need for both the minigame clearance as well as the owl cheer at the end. And there we go. We pick up a reward inside, and then we're going to spend a little bit of time exploring this area and grabbing some other treasures. So here's the last minigame. It's called Pooh's Muddy Hunt. Effectively, we're walking around this area, leading Pooh, and trying to get all of our friends home. They each have, special things that are causing them to be difficult to interact with, but once you're able to interact with them, they go back home. And so you want to get all of them home within 5 minutes to get your special completion. So I'm going to let you see the completion here that we do, and then we'll come back and make the time, because with this being the first run through, we don't quite make it.
I'm so glad we're all together again. I didn't know what to do when I was all alone.
Oh, Piglet, you gotta be brave.
You weren't lonely at all?
Lonely? Are you kidding? I'm a Tigger. The most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. But I do admit, friends are awfully fun too. Sink, sink, sink.
Hey, Pooh. What are you thinking about now?
Oh, well, I'm just thinking about, what to think about.
Well, I'm off.
Sora, where are you going?
I'm gonna go look for my friends. They're waiting for me.
Won't sound back again.
I hope you find your friends.
Sora, don't forget, we shall always be here. If you'd like to visit again, that is.
What a nice world. This basically concludes our 100-acre woods. We're going to come right back in here in a second to finish up some score stuff, but there's our seal, and that feels pretty nice. Another achievement up, another achievement down. So first, we're going to do a pretty quick muddy hunt run. This is a pretty good path to take if you want to make the score pretty consistent. Bear in mind, you want to be under 5 minutes in total. And there we go. And then here we have to swing 40 meters or more. And this is the last one we have to complete. And it takes a few tries, but eventually we do get our distance. Pretty good stuff. And now we're going to make our way back over to Al, and Al should have a little gift for us. Good stuff.
See ya!
Give Pooh a little warmth. And he hooks you up with some stuff. And after taking one last lap around the place, I think it's time to call 100 Acre Woods complete. It's been nice. So we got some nice things in there. We take them over to the fairy godmother. Here's our Bambi. And here's a little something something for Donald as well. This staff is definitely an upgrade over the Violetta. It gives us good magic power, and that's what Donald's about, so I'm happy to make this swap. Also, I think it's time to move on to something else. So we get ourselves put together and we pack up, and we fly our way on over to Olympus. I decide that before going to the end of the world, I'd like one more crack at the Hades Cup. And so we talk to Phil, and we say start us at 20th, and we start pushing downward. And to save you a little bit of time, I get to Hades, I'm not very careful about it, and they end up getting a couple of fireballs here and dropping out. Not the end of the world, we get a little bit more XP, we'll be back. So we make a couple of quick changes to our gummy ship. Specifically, I throw on a Shield 2 gummy, and then we decide to take our super awesome ship all the way to the end of the world. Here's our flight. it's a good feeling spaceship. And it's a good feeling getting achievements. Completing every gummy room. Good times. So here we are. This is the end of the world. This is the last world in the game before you finish the story, or finish this portion of it, at least. It was a really nice time hanging out with our buddy, Pooh, and his friends. But now it's time to take things a little bit more serious. And I think that's where we're going to call the episode today. If you have watched up to this point, thank you so much for hanging out. And until next time, when we walk through the end of the world, be good to each other, y'all.